Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, afternoon, or morning from wherever you are listening to us. This is Larib Fatima Hassan with our program Breaking the Barriers. We are live right now from Radio Pakistan's only English language channel, Planet FM 87.6. And as you guys know that we've been talking about breaking the barriers, making a mark in the field. And in the start of my program, I had two very young enthusiasts from our society. But right now we have with us an actual professional pro who has been in this game since very long, Mr. Ovais Ali Khokhar. He is the CEO of Elaan Marketing. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much, Larib.
How are you doing today?
I'm very good, mashallah.
That's good. We are so glad to have you here. And I think first we saw people who are working in your organization. Now we have the boss with us. So I think that's very something good for our listeners because now we see the person who has trained these young minds, mashallah, to make a mark in their field. So, Mr. Avais, please tell us something about yourself and your company, Elaan.
First of all, I'll like to tell you that when you talked about the other people in the morning you interviewed,
Yeah.
you said very young.
Yeah.
I'm also young.
Okay.
Yeah,
that is the
that's very
spirit. Okay,
important.
absolutely.
I'm only 30 years at the moment.
So we have with us a young entrepreneur, mashallah, who has already made his mark in the field. This is the kind of barrier that you guys need to break.
And coming towards Elaan, Elaan was my dream project.
Okay.
I belong to a business family.
All right.
And we are from the construction field. My father, my grandparents, they were in the same field. And when we were working, like I saw my dad working
All right.
in construction, so we used to hire some like outsource our marketing and
All right.
and
All
selling.
right.
So
All right.
I thought, okay, why not to come with something new and like more appealing.
Why not do it yourself?
Yeah, why
Absolutely.
not do it ourselves? And that was the time I thought about Elaan
Okay.
after my graduation back in 2018.
Okay, so right after you graduated, you had this big idea of Elaan. I think that is very inspiring because right now what I see is that students going into universities, taking their degrees, and 4 to 5 years, they are only thinking, oh my God, what am I supposed to do with my life? But I think this is very nice for our listeners that a young man, right after his graduation, took this family responsibility and went out in the field to make Elaan.
Yeah, that was actually at the time when I got graduated.
Uh-huh.
I thought this was my idea of Elaan. I talked to my dad, and he gave me a green signal.
Okay.
First, he asked me about like a lot of stuff
Absolutely.
about the finances and all. I just asked him that I just want a room
All right.
and I'll pay you the rent as well.
Oh
of
my
that room.
God.
And I just give me some time to
All right.
establish myself. And he gave me a grace period of 6 months. And
Okay.
I managed everything in 6 months.
Okay, so I think right now we have with us a Pakistani Mark Zuckerberg because if I'm not wrong, he also started his company with only one room and his father also gave an ultimatum because he was a college dropout and his father said you have this time period, do something or you're out of the family. So I think this is the Pakistani example that you guys need to know and learn about. A young man after his graduation starts his company with one room with a 6 minutes ultimatum time. So how did that go then?
I started with like, we just had like 4 people
All
in
right,
the room.
all right.
And now I think my team is 170.
Oh my God,
And,
that is quite the journey.
It was like, and right, I think that was the time when we started with
Okay,
Elaan.
okay.
It was quite difficult at that time because we were very young, and
Yeah,
everybody
absolutely.
used to say that why should I talk to kids?
Oh, yes, that is the first barrier I think that our youth faces when they go into the field. They have these big, amazing ideas, but people don't take us seriously. So how did you deal with that?
I told them that we are young entrepreneurs and we have more creative sense than the old
Absolutely,
ones.
absolutely.
And it took time a lot. Like I think just to recognize, get ourselves recognized
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the market.
yeah.
It took us more than a year,
Okay.
and we kept working for it. And today, Alhamdulillah, it's very
So
good.
what happened after 6 months? Did you like satisfy your parents? Were they happy with you?
I basically, um my father gave me the first project.
Okay.
I took the responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
That was around. It was in 2019, the start
Okay.
of 2019.
Okay.
That project was around 4.5 billion.
Oh my
The work
God,
was-
that was your first project.
Yeah.
That is a very big project.
And we just finished that in less than 3 months.
Wow, that is amazing.
That was literally impossible.
Uh-huh.
And everybody in my team, they are young, they are
Mhm.
energetic.
Mhm.
Most of my team members, they are below 30.
Okay.
And we just have like the senior management,
Uh-huh.
2-3 people.
Okay.
They are like quite aged. But
Mhm.
most of my team, they are, you can say 30,
Mhm.
31, 32.
All
so
right.
we all are quite young.
Mhm.
And it was, I won't say that it was difficult,
Mhm.
but it was quite challenging.
Mhm.
But we achieved what
But
we
you
wanted.
achieved it. I think that is something very important. And again, like you said, that your father was there to support you.
Yeah, my
I
father
think
was always there.
this is very, very important. And I think the listeners listening to our show right now, I think they must know that, take your family into your confidence. Tell them that, guys, we have this under control. We have this idea and we can make it work. It's very important because what happens is that when you are going into a field and your parents are not happy with you, you have that small, tiny plunge of guilt that, oh my God, my parents are not happy. What am I going to do? So I think this is very nice that your parents were always there to support
Yeah,
you.
my father was always there. My family was there.
Mhm.
And the best part about my father is that you can say every night,
Uh-huh.
not actually every night,
Mhm.
but after every 2-3 days,
Uh-huh.
because we meet occasionally.
Okay.
So we do sit for quite 2-3 hours and discuss
Okay.
everything.
That's very nice.
And
Amazing.
that's very good. And
Mhm.
I just like get a lot of knowledge
Mhm,
from my
mhm,
dad, and
mhm.
he was the basic mentor behind
Okay.
me, and
Uh-huh.
he supported me in everything.
Mhm,
Everything.
mhm.
Whatever I am today, it's because of my dad.
I think that is very nice of you to say, because at one point when you are mashallah so accomplished at a very young age, I might say, and then you have that guts to hire more young people to work for you, you have that confidence in all of your team, and then you're also appreciating your family. I think this is a lesson to all of our listeners that no matter wherever you reach in your journey, you have to thank your parents, because if it wasn't for them, you cannot achieve anything. I think it's their prayers, their support,
Yeah,
and as you said that even now you guys sit for 3-4 hours, you talk about things, he
Exactly.
mentors you.
At least once in a week,
Uh-huh.
we sit and we discuss everything.
I think this is very important. Right now, when kids get busy with their lives, they don't find time for their parents. And I think this is something that you guys need to learn, that no matter how big of a company you have, make time for your parents, sit with them, talk to them about stuff. So, sir, please tell me that since you've started this journey quite young, so what do you plan to do after, like, what are your future aspirations? You've already, mashallah, achieved what every individual wants to achieve at this age. So what's next for you?
Basically, I didn't achieve like what I wanted.
Mhm.
This is just the start. Inshallah,
All right.
we'll grow. And my motive is to make Elaan
Mhm.
as the best marketing real estate
All right.
company in
All right.
Pakistan. And not just in Pakistan, globally as well.
Mhm.
We want to expand it to UAE. We are working on it.
So Elaan is going global.
Yeah.
That's
And
very
so-
nice.
Basically, every year we have some plans.
All right.
What we have to do in this year. So
Mhm.
this year we will definitely start our operations in UAE.
Mhm.
Definitely, inshallah. And for next 4 years,
Mhm.
we have to go. Every year we'll reach one country.
All
inshallah.
right.
Yeah.
So I think after 5 years, when our listeners will be looking up jobs in UAE, other countries, so you always have a friend to look for. You can always refer to this program
I'm
that he
always-
did.
Always there.
And you can always refer to him that at that program you said Elaan is growing. Please give me a job. So when we talk about job opportunities in this particular field of real estate, of marketing, so what do you think? I'm sure you must have got a lot of CVs and young people. So what do you look when you are hiring employees for your company?
To be very honest,
Mhm.
this is the difficult, like the most difficult procedure
All right.
to hire somebody,
Mm-hmm.
because i- the new generation,
Mm-hmm.
the upcoming, like this generation,
Yeah.
these people are quite non-serious about their
Okay.
future. This is a
Okay.
bit straight, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely tell them that they are very non-serious.
All right.
They're not serious about their career.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically when CVs come to our office, like I'm just giving you an example.
Mm-hmm.
For example, 100, we received like 100 CVs.
Okay.
50 will definitely reject the on over the call. When we'll,
Okay.
yeah,
So
when we'll call them,
why is that?
it's just that I'm telling you, these guys are very non-serious.
Okay.
They just want, they ask about the salary over the call.
Okay.
What will we get?
Uh-huh.
What are the benefits?
Uh-huh.
Okay, what else you are providing? Okay, done. No, I'm not coming.
Okay, so they're
That's
just
very
asking
simple.
what are they going to gain from
Yeah,
it, not
yeah.
anything that what are they going to give
Exactly.
to Elaan. Okay, okay.
So 50 will drop at that time.
Okay.
And after that, remaining 50 will definitely come to our office. 25 people will again segregated,
Okay.
and 25 people will say, "Okay, oh no, you are not giving us this, you are not providing us with that." They should know. They should, if they want to work, they should prove themselves.
All right.
This is very important. You have in this. It's a very small world, and
Yeah.
we are growing quite. This world is actually growing quite rapidly,
Yes.
but not. We are not growing in that pace.
Absolutely.
So this is like to every young graduate who wants to work. I'll recommend them that you should have patience.
This is
You'll
very
get
important.
whatever you want,
Uh-huh.
but for that you have to give that organization or that anybody, you have to give something from your side as well. You can't always rely on the other person sitting right
Absolutely.
in front of you. You should prove yourself. You should definitely prove yourself by working really hard, and you should work hard and achieve like what you can achieve whatever you want if you are working hard.
If
to
you
be
are
honest.
working hard. And I think this is also very important, sir, that there is a journey for everything. And there is a process for everything. Like if we talk about yourself, you started from one room, 4 employees. Marcia, that right now you have more than 100 employees working in so many different fields of marketing.
True.
Now you're expanding your business. So I'm sure it was a whole process of step 1, step 2, step 3, and then at this point, Marcella, you're this accomplished entrepreneur of Pakistan. So again, right now, especially since after COVID-19 hit, we saw so many young people joining this field, making their own businesses. So what do you think, what qualities should entrepreneurs have to make their business a success? What should they do?
In my opinion, there are like, it's not that difficult.
All right.
Like if we say that you have to do very hard, you have to work very hard, and
Okay.
you have to do this and that. No, it's not that.
So it's not that complicated, you
No,
mean?
it's not. It's not that complicated.
Okay.
You just have to set a goal,
Okay.
and you have faith in Allah,
Okay.
and you should work really hard to achieve that goal.
All
That's very
right.
simple.
All right.
Working hard, if in my opinion, if you have strong faith in Allah, so definitely you get support from Allah as well. And again, Allah said in Quran that if you'll work hard, I'll give you the returns. You don't have to worry about the
Absolutely.
returns.
Absolutely.
So they should work hard, and they should earn their souls.
I think this is very important, the point that you mentioned, having faith
Yeah,
in
that's
yourself.
the most important thing.
Because I remember when I started working, my CV got rejected at 4 or 5 places, and I was so disappointed. I thought, oh my God, Larry, if you're going to stay unemployed all your life, there is nothing for you to do in this world. Because I think that what I didn't have was faith. And I think this is also very important, that we are only teaching our kids to, to run.
Yeah.
At 21, you should have a degree. At 25, you should have a job.
Exactly.
At 26, you should have your business.
Yes.
At 28, you should have this salary. You should have a home. So, this race of going after things and just running and running and running, people get mentally tired and they lose faith very easily, because, like you said, the world is growing very fast.
Yeah.
But we are not growing that fast. And
True.
everything takes its sweet time
Yeah,
for success.
definitely, definitely. Basically, if I talk about Pakistan, we have a lot of opportunities,
All
and
right.
the people around us, they are also qualified,
Mm-hmm.
skilled,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody is following the track.
All
We
right.
should set a track.
What is that track? What was that track for you?
Basically, for me, I had a goal,
Okay.
and I tried to achieve that goal. To be honest, I didn't work like in any other aspect at that time, and I was really working hard. I was quite serious about myself, my team. Basically, the one important thing that kept me working, like that kept me always
Kept you going all the
yeah,
time.
going all the time, and it kept me awake every
Yeah.
time. That was my team. I always, basically, it's a system. Elan, we have directly, like if I tell you about my system,
Please, please, please do.
Elaan Marketing is providing services to the parent company we have.
Okay.
That's Ovais Builders.
All right.
And they have direct and indirect employees around 3,000. 3
Oh
to
my
4,000
God,
employees.
that is a
Yeah.
very big team.
Yeah. We are also working, like we do have filling stations, hospitality, petroleum, construction.
All right.
It's a big team, and it's a, you can say it's a 100 billion
Oh my God.
PKR company.
Okay,
I
okay.
won't say dollars, but in Pakistani rupees.
I think you're about to reach dollars in the next 3 or 4
Yeah,
years.
inshallah. Inshallah, we are trying. And the main thing was that we have to gather the finance for those 3,000, 4,000 families.
Absolutely. How are you going to pay them?
Yeah.
Yes.
We are the one who are, like you can say, in every family there's a Kamauput.
Yes.
So we are
Absolutely.
the Kamauput of that family.
Okay.
So we have to earn not for ourselves actually, but for those 3 to 4,000 families.
That is a very big responsibility that you
So
have.
that keep our hopes high, because we have to work for them, for ourselves as well. But that's the main focus. I can manage my expenditures. I can manage my everything. I do have some side businesses, everything. But when I think about those people,
Yeah.
they are truly dependent on me.
Yeah.
So I just try to make everything right for them as well, and but rest Allah supports me. Alhamdulillah.
I think this is a very interesting point of view because see, you've already reached a certain point,
Yeah.
a certain point of success, but you are still humble enough to realize that there are so many people still depending on your company, still depending on you. And I think this is something very interesting because usually when people talk about their companies and what keeps them going, they say, my finances keep me going. I know I want to be rich. I want to have 6 houses. But apart from all of that, you have that, one soft spot for people who are working for you.
That's very important. You should always have a soft spot for the people around you, the people dependent on you, because if you help people, Allah will help you.
Absolutely.
That
is a golden philosophy, if I might say, because what happens is that when we are working towards success, we are running after it, oftentimes we forget that whatever is planned for us will come our way one way or another.
Yeah, you'll get whatever.
It's
decided. It's pre-decided.
Yes, absolutely.
So it's your choice if either you go on a right track or on the wrong way. It's totally on you.
So I think this is what I want my listeners to know about, that you will face barriers, you will face a lot of obstacles, but what should keep you going is the people who are working with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Your team members, of course, your parents who are always there to support you, and this undying faith in your destiny that if God has written something for you, it must be something beautiful, it must be something wonderful. So just wait and work hard towards that goal.
Wait for the time. Everything it's pre-decided. You have to work. Basically, whatever you'll get, you'll definitely get that.
Yes.
But it's as I told you that it's on totally depending on you, that you are choosing what track you are choosing.
Absolutely.
Is it the right one or the wrong one? Now, if somebody will say that, oh, okay, I can sleep on my bed and Allah will give me here as
Yes,
well.
absolutely.
Definitely, you'll get the food there as well. But not what you should go out, you should work hard and you should achieve something for
Yes,
yourself.
absolutely.
This is not the way actually.
And we also have this belief system that the harder you work,
Yeah,
the more sweeter the fruit you will get after. And I think we
true.
have the prime example of Mr. Ovais Ali Khokhar with us today.
That's true. That's true.
Because I think it's very inspiring how you had this one idea. You started from a small room, small team, and now mashallah you're handling so many people at one time, and your team is there to support you. You are there to support them. So I think this is the prime example of what our youth needs to see, because I always say that our youth idealizes the wrong kind of people,
True.
especially when they are growing up.
Basically, uh, there are two three problems with that. The new young generation. They always look for shortcuts.
Yes, that is a very
In-
good point.
Like if I talk, I usually my friends, they are also of my age.
Okay.
I meet them, and everybody talks about shortcuts and like how can we achieve this point using a shortcut.
Yeah.
There are no shortcuts in life.
Please remember, there are no shortcuts in life. I think this should be the sentence of the
Yeah.
day.
There are no shortcuts in life. You have to work hard. You can like rely on somebody that okay, I should rely on this guy. He'll definitely provide me with something. No, nobody is working for you. Everybody has to work for themselves.
Yeah.
You should never choose shortcuts. Choose the smartest way,
Okay.
but not the shortest.
That is very important. Choose the smartest way, not the shortest way. Ladies and gentlemen, we are with Mr. Ovais Ali Khokhar. He is the CEO of Elaan Marketing, a very young entrepreneur who started his journey quite early, and mashallah, he has reached his initial goals that he decided for himself. We are going on a short break and we will be right back. So please stay tuned. We have a lot to discuss with him. Assalamu alaikum listeners, and we are back again with Mr. Ovais Ali Khokhar, CEO of Elaan Marketing, and we are live here at Radio Pakistan's only English language channel, Planet FM 87.6, with my program Breaking the Barriers with Larib. And before the break, we talked about all the successes that Mr. Ovais saw in his life, mashallah, and how he built up his empire of Elaan Marketing. So sir, because my program is Breaking the Barriers, so can you please tell our listeners some barriers or obstacles that you faced while reaching this point?
Basically, we started in 2018,
Okay.
and right after, but at the end of 2018. So 2019 was the first working year, and right at the end of 2019, COVID, there was a major COVID hit.
Oh yes, I think the biggest barrier all of us faced.
And COVID, it was a quite big hit because we were at a very starting initial stage. We just started our company and everything. We established ourselves, and we invested a lot. To be
Okay.
honest. And right at the end of 2019, it was a major hit of COVID, and by the start of 2020, I think maybe in Feb or March, everything was down and everything was
absolutely.
closed. Lockdowns and everything. So at that time it was actually really difficult, and for quite a long time it was difficult for us to manage the expenditures and everything because I was the one who didn't we didn't precise anything. We were working at the same pace.
Okay.
And no downsizing at all.
That is something very important
Zero
because
downsizing, to be honest.
oh
And
my god, that is something very inspiring because I remember during COVID-19 there were so many of my friends and family members who had
if
to
I
leave
tell
their
you
jobs.
about something very important, at the time of lockdowns and everything, whenever I used to travel at night with my friends, everything was closed and the roads were very there was no traffic, very haunted.
Yes, absolutely.
And at that time when I used to go to Kacheri Chowk, Rawalpindi, there was a board of Elaan Marketing, and it was lit at night. And when I used to see that, that gave me again an inspiration
Wow.
that you
Amazing.
are the only one in these dark times
That
who
is lighting
shining.
up.
Who is shining.
Amazing.
So that was the thing that then like my marketing team, the head of my marketing, he said that it's very expensive, that billboard is very expensive and we are not getting any returns, so we should just cut down that. I said no.
Not that billboard.
Not that.
Yeah.
And just because of that, people, like a lot of people know me
Okay.
today because they tell me that you were the one who was shining at Kacheri Chowk at that time.
That is
When
something really
everything was
inspiring.
closed. Yeah, that's very inspiring.
That's really nice.
Yeah. And these were like the COVID and different challenges, as I told you before, that literally people used to say that we don't feel like talking to you guys.
Okay.
Can you call someone like mature enough to talk with us? So we used to tell them, no, we are quite mature and
Talk
we
to
are
us.
professionals. You can talk to us, you can discuss your issues, we can guide you in a proper way. But again, that mentality, people still some
They
people
still have
believe-
that.
yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
They
They
still
do
have
have
this
that.
mentality. These were the basic challenges. Otherwise, I think Pakistan is the best. We have everything in Pakistan, and you won't get such opportunities anywhere across the globe.
All right.
In like before getting married, I used to travel a lot. Now it's a bit difficult with family and kids. So when I was a student, I used to travel a lot.
Okay.
I went to Europe. I think I have been to more than 15, 20 countries.
Wow,
around the
that's
globe.
another barrier that I think our youth is supposed to break. Please travel. It's very important for you.
And I have been to Europe most of the times, and many other countries except Asia. I didn't go to Asia like once, not even once. So in Europe, and after traveling to different countries, like I have done like road trips as well from
Alright.
between Europe and all. So the opportunities you find in Pakistan, you won't find them anywhere.
That is a very different point of view, I must say, because what these days, whenever I open my Facebook account, there are these certain groups, I might say, and on those groups, the only guidance people are getting is how to get out of Pakistan.
Basically, last year, if I'm not wrong, around 800,000 people
Absolutely.
went abroad
Yeah.
and they left Pakistan.
Yeah.
I think when you go there, you follow the rules. When you
Yes.
go anywhere around the globe, you follow their rules, you follow their
You follow their laws.
you follow everything. But when again it comes to Pakistan,
Yeah.
you follow nothing.
Absolutely.
So how can you like rely on something you are not, to be honest, you are not willing to follow rules in Pakistan. You are
Yes.
not willing to follow any law of Pakistan, and everybody in Pakistan, they think that they are law abided and no law can harm them.
They're above the law.
Yeah, they're above the law.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you go out, literally, if I talk about UAE, it's a small country. If I talk about Dubai, you can throw trash on the roads.
Okay.
And I saw our people, they are like, they just have a cigarette butt in their hand and they
Okay.
are just roaming around to find a dustbin.
Oh
to put
my
it there.
God.
And in Pakistan, they just throw everything out of their window
Yes,
on highways
and not just
on
cigarette
motorways.
butts. Oh my God, let me tell you something. I was traveling to Lahore once and I literally saw a family throw away their cans out of the car. Cans which actually had cold drink inside of them. So without worrying about the repercussions, anything.
They don't like this is a bit off the topic, but once I experienced a diaper as well on my windshield.
Oh my God, I'm so
From some
sorry.
other car on motorway.
Okay.
So these are, we as Pakistani, we are, to be honest, my father say one thing about that Pakistan is a graveyard for Pakistanis.
That is a very brutal thing.
Yeah, he literally says that Pakistan is a graveyard for Pakistanis because we want to settle abroad. We want to earn there. We want to our kids to settle there. We
Yes.
want our kids to study there.
Yeah.
And but we want to die in Pakistan. So we what do we really think that Pakistan is a graveyard, that we have to come here and we
Yeah,
have to
and
die?
you know, something
Well,
else that you mentioned right now, that people, when they go to other countries,
yeah,
they are such good Pakistanis. They will
definitely.
follow all the rules.
Yeah.
They will be on to their offices on time. They won't say a word in front of the police officers. Even when a police officer is coming, they get themselves all settled that we are very good citizens of this country. But when we look at the current situation, if I may say, of Pakistan, we see like the professionals are on the other hand common people not reaching their offices on time.
Yeah.
Like you said, not being serious.
They are not serious about themselves. And while traveling to, I have been to Germany a lot of times, and I have been there for a longer period as well.
Okay.
So I experienced their culture, their things. I met German people. I have so many friends in Germany and Germans as well. Till today, I have experienced Germans as the best nation. To be
Okay, why
honest.
is that?
Basically, they are, you can say they are very loyal to their country.
All right.
And they have, in ethics, they are very good.
Very important.
They are literally very good. And like as a nation, Germans are very strong. Their ideology is very strong. The way they are working, basically, specifically, I'm talking about Germany because I have experienced this thing there. The most important thing.
Yeah.
If they are working somewhere, literally they won't use their phone for 8 hours.
Oh my God, that is a big commitment to make.
Because they say that if we are getting paid by this organization
Yes,
for
yes,
8 hours, we
yeah.
have to give our 8 hours to the company. We have
Without
to-
any
without
other.
anything. Until or unless it's really important, really important, they won't. They are very committed. And I'm not talking about just the Germans. Even my friends, the Pakistanis who are there, they are working there, they studied there, they are following the same rules as well. If I call them at their job hours, they'll definitely never reply me until or unless it's like tea or lunch break. So, as a nation, we should make ourselves strong. We
Yeah,
should think about our
absolutely.
country as well. We should think about not just ourselves. We should think about this country as it's a nation, and country. Pakistan is very important. If like we are nothing without this tag.
Our
Pakistan.
identity.
Yeah, this
Absolutely.
is our identity.
Absolutely.
We are nothing without Pakistan. So I think every individual should work. They should do a little, like they should do a little for Pakistan. Every individual.
Yeah.
If I talk about like 23, I think we are 230 million, maybe.
Our population. And
Yeah.
it's growing every day.
I think 22,
Yeah.
maybe 250 million. So if we 250 million people will do this much for Pakistan, Pakistan will definitely grow.
And we have seen countries like, if I just give an example of Hiroshima and Nagasaki,
Yeah.
the atoms bombs that fell on them, their entire country, their entire system collapsed.
Yeah.
And we saw how the people of that country built themselves up step by step.
Yeah. I was studying somewhere about Japan, and I felt like that was actually like very scary that in Japan, they on daily basis they experience 2-3 earthquakes.
Yes.
Have you ever heard about this?
No, I haven't. That's new information for me.
They experience 3 to 6 earthquakes per day,
Oh my God.
and it's very normal for them.
Okay.
And they have trained themselves according to the law of nature.
Okay.
And they have trained everything. They have they made the infrastructures according to that. They made themselves according to that. And but if I talk about Pakistan, if we see a pit hole here,
Yeah.
if I have seen a pit hole back in like 2015. It's
It is
still
still
there,
there.
and it's
And it's
like
overflowing,
It's
and you will
growing.
see 8, 10 more potholes
Yeah,
with it.
yeah.
I think this is something that our listeners should really know about, because it's very easy to sit outside of Pakistan, criticize your homeland,
Yeah.
stay stuff. And I agree, there are a lot of problems in our country, and every country has problems. But what are you doing to solve them? What is your small role
Exactly.
in solving all of these big issues that we have? And it's not like it's impossible to achieve. We have seen even Pakistani people achieving great things. I mean, we have you, a young entrepreneur. You have a very big workforce, and you're helping all of them to earn a livelihood. You're training them, you're helping them. We have people like Abdul Sattar Edi. We have, people like Malala.
Yeah.
So many great examples. And I think these are the role models that our youth needs to idealize.
Yeah, we should, first of all, we should idealize Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah.
Absolutely.
And like the one of the major quotes I remember from Qaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, that was work, work,
Work, and work. Absolutely.
So, as a nation, if we want that we have to achieve something, or we have to make something good for our country, for the nation as well, we should work really hard. Not said we should definitely, we have to skip our rest. We have to we have to come out of our homes, and we have to work.
I think, well, we always say, and all of our great leaders have said it, our religion says it, that you have to do something to achieve something.
Yeah, yes.
And because even if you are going outside of Pakistan, and this is something that I've seen actually happening, that when you leave your country and go outside, you have to work 10 times harder.
Yeah, definitely. You are away from your family. You have to manage everything on your own, because I have done that. You have to manage your laundry, you have to manage your food, you have to manage everything. But in Pakistan, you don't do anything.
Absolutely.
You just
and you're still
lie down
complaining
on your beds
Yeah.
and you say, oh, Pakistan is not growing. We should leave Pakistan. So this is not the way. You should definitely work for your country.
Sir, so now if we talk about real estate, because that's what you deal with, I see many individuals who want to go into real estate, who want to do something, but they are, very afraid that it's a very dry kind of a field. I don't know, how am I going to success? What if I lose all my money? So what do you have to say about that?
Can you repeat it again?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely. Look,
I
when
didn't
we
get
talk
the
about
question.
real estate,
Yeah.
we see many people who want to invest,
Yeah.
who want to work in real estate, like yourself, who want to be entrepreneurs in this particular field. But they are so afraid that what if we lose all our money?
Basically-
What are we supposed to do in this field? So what do you have to say about that?
It's very important that we shouldn't be greedy about it.
Okay,
That's very
very important.
Like, being a Pakistani, we always look for shortcuts.
Yes.
And we definitely want to go for the shortest way.
The
So,
shortest way and the maximum amount of money.
Yeah, maximum amount of money.
Absolutely.
But when you have to invest in real estate, you should definitely complete your research work
All right.
for that company where you are about to invest.
Okay.
You should definitely complete your all the research, all the workings, and the main important thing is that what they have delivered till date.
All right. Their performance, basically.
Yeah, basically their performance. That if they are new in the market,
Yeah.
if they have delivered something or not, what is their financial background?
Okay.
If they have the power to deliver such a building or such a society or anything, a house even,
Yeah.
if they have enough finance at the back end, so you should choose wisely and choose Elaan. Definitely.
Choose Elaan. Okay, I think that was the end message of this. And I think this is very important, because at this point, if you want to invest, you're looking for companies. So this is, I think, a very good opportunity for all of you, that you already know a person who has this amazing company, who's doing these amazing things. So now you know where to go if you want to invest in real estate.
Yeah, if I talk about myself, our parent company, they have delivered more than 40 real estate projects.
Wow.
And literally more than you can say 1,000 families, no, not 1,000, around 3, 4, 5,000 families, they are living in our project.
That must be a very good feeling,
Yeah.
by the way,
They are
that
living
you've
there.
built something where
They
people
are
are
living
actually
comfortably
living.
there, and we have delivered everything, alhamdulillah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll keep working, and still right now
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on like more than 10 projects in 12
Wow,
cities
that's
and
amazing.
north as well. So the important thing again, I'll tell everybody that
Mm-hmm.
whoever, if you even want to invest in real estate, you should definitely
Mm-hmm.
look deep into the company where you are about to invest.
All right.
Ask them the questions,
Mm-hmm.
sign an agreement,
Mm-hmm.
a proper agreement, so
Mm-hmm.
you shouldn't be in like any risk.
Yeah, you should know what you're signing up
Yeah,
for,
that's
basically.
simple.
I think this is something very interesting that you mentioned you're handling 10 projects at this point, and you still want to expand your company. So this is very important that your journey never stops.
Yeah, it shouldn't it shouldn't stop. If your journey, if like your journey should start when you'll stop, when you'll stop.
When you're dead.
Yeah, when you're
Basically,
dead. That's very important.
Hmm.
If you are dead, then everything will stop.
Hmm.
But again,
Mhm.
that won't stop because somebody will be there to manage that.
You know,
as
you're
well.
leaving your legacy behind for
Yeah.
other people to
Yes.
follow. That's very important. And I think this is very inspiring because what happens is that, for example, a certain individual, if they have landed their dream job, for them that is the full stop. That, I have this job, I'll retire and have a good life. They are not thinking ahead that, what else can I do with my life? What else can I do with my time? So I think this is very important that even right now, when you've already established an empire, mashallah, you still are working to, make improvements, spread it across the world.
That's very important. Like you have to basically, as I told you,
Mm-hmm.
you are not just working for yourself. You
Absolutely.
are working for a lot of people, and
Mm-hmm.
there are so many stakeholders.
Mm-hmm.
They are not just the stakeholders. Some dependent people on you. They
Yeah.
are dependent on you, and they are solely dependent on you.
Mm-hmm.
And you should work really hard for them as well, for the betterment of their lives,
Mm-hmm.
for the betterment of their life quality, for their
Mm-hmm.
future.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to work hard.
So, Mr. Ovais, I know that you have this, mashallah, big company called Elaan, and I'm sure you're very proud of it.
Yeah.
So, what are those, like one barrier that you broke was being a youngster and working in this field. What certain barrier are you really proud of? That, I did this one thing and I'm so proud of myself. What was that one moment of your life?
That was my start when I started Elaan.
Mm-hmm.
As I told you before, the first project, that was a huge, like my everything was dependent on that project.
All right.
And it was around 4 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, I achieved that milestone in less
Were
than 3
you
months.
scared?
I was very, very scared, to be honest. I was very scared
Mm-hmm.
because it was a huge responsibility
Uh-huh.
on me.
Uh-huh.
But again, it's very. I'm telling it again and again that you should work hard. You should work hard. If you'll work hard, you'll definitely achieve whatever you want in your life.
Okay, so Mr. Ovais, one last message for all of our listeners. Please inspire them before you leave this seat.
Last, I gave like
A lot of messages
a lot
along
of
the way.
messages today,
Yeah.
and again, I'll tell everybody, especially to the young entrepreneurs and the young people who are working and they started their professional life, for them, choose a goal.
All right.
The goal should be very clear
Mm-hmm.
and work hard for it.
All right, and have faith.
Yeah, have faith in Allah. That's very important.
Okay, so this was Mr. Ovais Ali Khokhar. We were in conversation with him about his young entrepreneurship, his budding business, Elaan Marketing. And before we sign off, my program will have a special session about book of the day. Today, I'm recommending all of you Party Worker by Omar Shahid Hamid. And why is it so interesting? Because I know our youngsters are really involved in, the current affairs, the politics, the party. So read this book. You'll get a first-hand affair of what actually goes on in political parties, how they decide things and everything. And this would be the end of my first episode of Breaking the Barriers with Larry Fatma Hassan. Thank you so much for tuning in. And please remember that every Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., we'll be right here with new entrepreneurs, new change makers, and people who are actually breaking the barriers in their field. So wherever you are, stay happy, but don't forget to break your barriers. Thank you so much. This is Larry Fatma Hassan signing off.